In this episode, we'll travel to the Rockaways, a peninsula off Long Island that is actually a part of Queens, but a world away from Manhattan. For the cost of a subway ride, it's possible to escape the concrete jungle and enjoy a beautiful day at the beach. So, you guys are Rockaway natives.
Born and raised.
Locals, as the case may be. How did you end up starting local surf school?
Just an idea I had, 4 years ago. Getting out of college, not knowing what I wanted to do, but putting our passion and career together to form, a business.
It's really cool exposing people to a new sport. We're teaching a lot of kids in our kids camp from this neighborhood, local kids, and then kids from, beyond the neighborhood.
We have a cool skate park located on Beach 9th Street. It's all concrete. Everything's very mellow and actually safe.
There's a scene in Rockaway now which there had never really been, and we're happy to be a part of it. It's fun for us too.
I represent the greatest beach community in New York City, the Rockaways, and it has some of the greatest food, and I've just recently started to have to go to the gym because I obviously was eating on the boardwalk all the time.
We opened the restaurant in 2013, the summer of 2013. We live here, so we wanted to do something, that really benefits the community. There was a lack of really good, wholesome food out here, and we wanted to bring that to Rockaway, basically. We're all just basically like-minded people that are very concerned about the ocean and surfing. We're really like a beach community, a small beach village within New York City.
It's a very summer economy here. For us, it was that was kind of the model in the first place. It was just like, let's sort of create this food experience around kind of the summertime, and that this bit is exactly where we wanted to be. And growing up in New York, it's the only neighborhood that I still feel that kind of has that memory of what I experienced as a kid growing up in New York.
Although far from the gas fields of Pennsylvania where fracking occurs, the Rockaways are already feeling the effects of the fossil fuel industry.
They're building a pipeline in the Rockaways, and that's coming in through the ocean and Jamaica Bay, and it's going down Flatbush Avenue, which is one of the major evacuation routes for an area that's already been devastated by Hurricane Sandy. This is a huge problem because, the pipes, we've all been reading the news, pipelines explode, pipelines leak. When they leak, there's carcinogenic materials that are coming out. There's radioactive material. There's methane that's adding to greenhouse gas accumulation in the atmosphere, which is leading to climate change.
There is a wake-up call here, and there's a lesson to be learned. There's a reality that has existed for a long time that we have been blind to, and that is climate change, extreme weather, call it what you will, and our vulnerability to it. It is undeniable today.
We've been here since the building's opened in 1963. And when I became the president, we went to the bank and we worked with this deal to fix the building. So I had actually done all 60 floors were painted, and Sandy came. It was pitch black, you couldn't see anything, and the only thing you heard at night, besides the rain and the wind, was things blowing up. So it was just like boom, in the middle of the night, boom, 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 and you just hear wind and rain, and you're sitting in the dark. So I prayed. I was, walking around the buildings in tears, like, I can't believe I just spent 5 years of my life doing this and I have to do it again.
Yeah, this is my house. We're here in Breezy Point, one of the few beaches in New York City. And I grew up here. I love it here. I come back all the time, and just waiting now for them to finish working on my house so we can be back all the time. During the storm, the Atlantic Ocean, which is to our south, met Jamaica Bay to our north, so our entire town was underwater. And as we were rebuilding, we said, we really have to consider that these things can and probably will happen again. My family made the decision to elevate our house. So now I think we're about 8 or 9 feet above the ground so that we can meet the FEMA regulations for flood insurance.
Still to this day, people have not fully recovered from the storm. So you're talking of a place with a population that is vulnerable. So you have heavy population of seniors, heavy population of people who are on some sort of income subsidy who really need the help. And then for the storm to come through and to really take everything in one sense away from them was really horrible.
It was a pretty tricky time for everybody. It took a lot of hard work and patience.
And now they're building this big pipeline through here
Correct.
to bring fracked gas. So Who knows how that will impact
Can't
things.
be good.
The community is now facing a dangerous high-pressure gas pipeline called the Transco Rockaway Lateral Project. It consists of a 26-inch diameter pipeline that will run beneath the beach, under a golf course, under the Marine Parkway Bridge, through the Rockaway Inlet, right next to Jamaica Bay Wildlife Preserve, through Floyd Bennett Field, and into a new gas metering and regulating station in an old hangar at the airfield, directly across from the largest community garden in New York State.
I've been a gardener at Floyd Bennett since 1997. It's a peaceful place to grow food. That's why we, pretty much did it originally, was to become farmers and grow organically and eat healthy and breathe some fresh air. Well, from what I understand, there's a metering and regulating station being put in hangars 1 and 2.
And the normal operation of the metering and regulating station will include blowdown events where the gas and the chemicals that still are attached to it from fracking, all of that will be blown out into the atmosphere here.
They kind of do whatever they want with the Rockaways. It's not fair, it's not right. I mean, I definitely fight against it as much as I can. It's a part of the city of New York, they're taxpayers, but this is where they send all of the people they don't want to be bothered with or they don't want to help.
Very little money has actually gone into rebuilding people's homes in the Rockaways, but there's lots and lots of money building this pipeline. And when this gas comes in from the Marcellus Shale, which can be anywhere from 20 to 70 times more radioactive than the gas we currently get, then we have all kinds of other problems with the radon coming into our homes. It's coming into our kitchens, it comes into our heating systems. It's carcinogenic. Radon is the leading cause of lung cancer in non-smokers. And so we really need to make sure that people of New York City and beyond, but right now it's our issue, are going to be protected against radon.
The pipeline isn't the only threat facing the Rockaways from the fossil fuel industry. There's also a push to construct a liquefied natural gas facility, or LNG port, that the industry is seeking to build with the stated purpose of importing gas, but many believe will quickly be turned into an export facility to ship fracked gas overseas, where the prices and profits would be much higher. This Port Ambrose LNG terminal would also jeopardize a proposed offshore wind project in the same area.
So the Port Ambrose facility is a deep water port that's being proposed to be built off the Rockaways. At the moment, they're claiming that it's only an import facility, but once the infrastructure is built, it's very easy to switch that over to an export facility.
Governor Cuomo can veto this project at any time, and he hasn't said anything about it. So any way to write him a letter, call him, contact your local politician, tell him you don't want it, because if he doesn't veto it, it could definitely go through.
After a relaxing day at the beach, maybe you're a little sunburned, but the last thing you want to worry about is fracking, exploding pipelines and LNG ports, or the threat of radon. It's tempting to put all of this on the back burner of our minds and hope that if there is cause for concern, someone else will figure out what to do about it. The gas and oil corporations that are extracting fossil fuels like methane, what they cleverly call natural gas, are going to continue with business as usual unless more of us work for an alternative energy future, one that relies on renewable energy technologies we can choose to harness the power of the sun, wind, and water to create all of the energy we need.
I'm Councilmember Donovan Richards, Chair of the Environmental Protection Committee, saying, love New York, don't frack it up.
Love New York, don't frack it up.
Hey, this is Mike.
And I'm also Mike.
Love New York, don't frack it up.
Join us and protect the state that we love. When this video stops, click to visit renewableny.com and take action today for a renewable energy future. It only takes a minute and will make a real difference. Love New York, don't frack it up.